Clarence Clarity's Think Peace. Oh my god, I don't know what I would do without this. The experimental pop mastermind Clarence Clarity is back yet again with a really fun, blistering collection of very colourful and syrupy, glitchy pop bangers. Filled to the brim with some dynamic, fruitful instrumentals, swirling, dizzying synth work, really melodic and expressive vocal performances, and just one fire hook after another. This is a pretty exciting collection of pop songs that I would definitely recommend. I thought No Now, his first album, was also very highly enjoyable, very different, very unique. He definitely carved himself out a very distinguishable and discernible style and approach to pop music. It was absurdly creative, but I definitely did have my faults with it. I thought it was a bit bloated. The flow was a bit off to me. Some of the experimentation on that album struck me personally as somewhat gimmicky at points. It lacked much of a genuinely stirring or poignant voice or character too. I still think a lot of the sound effects and experimental ideas and samples he throws into some of these tracks can feel a little bit obnoxious and over the top sometimes, and they can feel like they're just kind of there for the sake of having something there, and I don't really think it adds too much for me personally. But still, in my opinion, Think Peace does fix quite a few of those issues I had with No Now. For one, it's a lot more condensed. Ultimately, I think Think Peace just kind of relishes in just being a really blunt and flavorful collection of pop songs. These tracks are full of energy. They are just radiant and glowing with loads of little details that you just peel away from listen after listen. There's just so much going on some of these tracks. It's pretty baffling at points. Some mind-melting production at times on this album. Adam and the Evil packs an instant punch right out the gate with its infectious winding synth pads and feverish background vocals as well. Fold'em has a beautifully very sunny and vibrant lead synth arpeggio that kind of gets warped and twisted throughout the song before eventually transitioning into a really fucking stunning ending sequence that I really loved. It just sounded like pure tranquility, like you've just made it to the end of fucking journey, you know, and you've began your destiny of rebirth. I love the really cocky and over-the-top rap verse on this track too. It really adds to the song's energy in my opinion. Next Best Thing as well was a definite highlight. Had some really smooth synth chords on it, just gave it this real funky groove that I just thought was completely irresistible, and the sheer sense of triumph on the hook of this track, the way he's just like, I want to be the best, not the next best thing, I want to be the best, just that passion is really there, you know. I think he kills the performance. A really thrilling and powerful moment of just determination I thought was pretty cool. We Change is the album's most whimsical song. Some of the synths on this track are just really jumpy and kind of freakish. I wish the hook was a bit more climactic, but I think this song is a good example of a track where Clarence is kind of just doing his thing, you know. It sounds like a Clarence Clarity song, the musical palette. It's nothing outside of the box or outside of the typical norm for Clarence, but despite that, he still manages to create a song with a really discernible personality that is different from the other track. While some songs on this album, I think in my opinion, do kind of struggle to really find their footing as they kind of dart from one idea to the next pretty drastically, like on a Vapid Feels a Vapid or Naysayer Magic Obeyer. I think a lot of the ideas, whilst are creative and fun, aren't really all that well developed, as the song's transitions and progressions can feel a little bit sudden and a bit unnecessary. I think the album could have used a stronger finish too. The final 3 songs on this album, Same, Laws of Fives, 2016, enjoyable, you know, for what they are. I guess it's Clarence doing his thing, but I don't really feel like these tracks reach any peaks that were not already on previous tracks. True Love as well seems to meander quite a bit, as a pretty weak hook, one of the weaker songs to me personally. There are a few redundant moments too, as Clarence can occasionally sort of repeat certain mantras and instrumental ideas on other songs, like with fucking Adam and the Evil. Like, that gets interpolated again at the end of Naysayer Magic Obeyer, and the lyrics on that song are used again on the song Same. And so there are a few pretty redundant moments where he's just kind of recycling other ideas he's already done. And yeah, again, I do feel like he's sort of refusing to push himself anywhere outside of his very glitchy and colourful pop sound, which again is very cutting edge, but you sort of know exactly what to expect from a Clarence Clarity song at this point, really. There was never really like a huge surprise on this album to me. It's sort of like an Igloo Ghost situation. Like you know how an Igloo Ghost song is gonna play. Like you know his sound, but it's still enjoyable, it's still exciting because it's just so fucking unique and different. And there are still great songwriting ideas in both of these artists, you know. So, but I do think there are some redundant moments on Think Peace that do stop me in my tracks a little bit, but still, I'm feeling a 7 out of 10. I don't know what that was. But I think it's on par with No Now, if not better, because I think the very cozy, trimmed 39-minute long length on this thing is a +2, as the sound is very jarring and wild. To hear it for an hour on No Now was a bit much, so the 39-minute runtime I think fits better. Album's good fun. I definitely recommend it. One of the year's most delightfully carefree and creative and radiant pop albums for sure. Great stuff. Go check it out. Those are my thoughts on Think Peace by Clarence Clarity. I hope you enjoyed the review. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.